Hello, hello, hello. It is day 4 of week 1 of our 90-day run together in social media. I'm excited to share with you what I just learned just getting off training with Fraser Brooks. And today's topic is about converting. So to refresh a little bit, remember the things we're doing on social media every day are to comment, to create content, to connect, to convert, which is today's, and then celebrate. Okay, so converting can mean a lot of things. It can mean converting a follower into a lead, into a friend, or from someone who comments to somebody who's messaging in a conversation. Today, specifically, what Fraser Brooks talks to us and what I want to share with you is converting someone who you've connected with, like we talked about on yesterday's video, into someone who's going to take a look at your business. Okay, so one thing that he shared that was really interesting is that right now on social media, product sales are really exciting. Like it is easier than ever to create product sales. For example, he was saying that it's about 5 times easier to get a customer than a team member or distributor or recruiter. But however, he warned against going for the temptation of just doing product sales. I mean, you can do that. That's actually really exciting because a lot of people are just going after product sales because it's so easy right now. The challenge with that is, or the opportunity missed, I should say, is that in the profession of network marketing, especially, which is what I'm in, is that you have the benefit of leverage. So yeah, you can go out and post and connect and do all these things every day and put in, let's say, 40 hours a week and get paid on that with sales. It's really more like an actual sales job. But to truly use the business model of network marketing as it's intended to be, as the beautiful part of it is to create leverage. So let's say, for example, instead of just recruiting customers, you're also recruiting team members who also want to create an income, and they're also putting in 40 hours a week. So now it's not just you putting in 40 hours a week, but let's say you have 10 team members doing that 40 hours a week. Now you're getting paid on their 400 hours a week plus your own. Now you have leverage, and that's the beauty of this business model. So you can approach it either way if you're network marketing, especially if you're also recruiting a team, as well as sharing your products with somebody. It's going to be easier and quicker to get a product sales, but you're also going to inspire people to start with a business with you. Something he shared is really cool. There's 2 reasons why somebody would join as a team member or distributor, somebody who's going to help you leverage that time by working. It's either inspiration or desperation, and both are fine and equally well. He says most of the time people join for desperation. They lost a job, they're looking for income, they've seen you online, they say, hey, what do I have to lose, right? Or they're going through transition, or with the inflation, the skyrocketing prices, they need something to kind of bridge the gap in their income, and they have a need. The other reason is inspiration, which you don't hear of as often, but a lot of times people are like, oh, well, I was doing great, but I saw this idea online. It looked impactful, like it could help a lot of people. So I went after it and I crushed that too. You don't hear that type of story as often, but it definitely happens. And something that Fraser pointed out is that most of the time people come in out of desperation, but they'll stay out of inspiration. And that's so true. And that's one of the powerful things about events and team calls and just being together. And, I'm getting ready actually to leave tomorrow to go to Dallas. So tomorrow, pending travel and everything, I might not be exactly the same time live, but I will, as committed, to promise to come live and share the training from each and every call. But being at those events is a way to build inspiration in order to grow your team. So he gave us 3 scripts for converting. So somebody that you've been connecting with at any point in the conversation. It can be straight out the gate, or it can be after you've been connecting for a while. He gave us 3, and these 3 can be used individually, or they can go one into the other. So here it is. So first, you always use their name, right? Like, hey, name, hey, Bob, hey, Mary. Quick one. Has anyone ever spoken with you about blank? And you can fill in the blank with either a product or an opportunity. For example, has anyone ever spoken with you about residual income, about network marketing, about your company name, about a specific benefit, about a specific product, about collagen, about biohacking, about cleansing? Has anyone ever talked to you about network marketing, about Isogenics, about making additional income in 2023. So those are ideas. So, hey, name, quick one. Has anyone ever spoken with you about this? And then that can lead into, or you can start with number 2, which is, hey, name. Of course, you'd skip the name part if this is an ongoing thing. But if you're starting with it, hey, name, quick one. What do you know about blank? You could fill in the blank with the same thing. What do you know about network marketing? What do you know about creating income on social media? What do you know about creating money online? Right. And then the third one, again, you can start with number 3, or you can implement this after you've done the first 2. Hey, name, just curious. Would you be open to checking out some information on a game-changing way to make some extra money? Or you can change those words a little bit, on a life-changing way to make some money on social media. No worries if not, just thought I'd ask. So that's the whole thing. Say, just curious. Would you be open to checking out the information on blank product or service or company? No worries if not, just thought I'd ask. And so something Fraser pointed out is that it's so great to offer an out. And isn't it? I do this, usually I use a little bit different wording, typically like, if not, no problem. I've always done that because I think if you relieve the pressure, you're more likely to get an answer, whether it's a yes or no, which is great. And if they're a yes, then it's more likely they're actually yes. They're not feeling like pushed or not being felt like they're being, pushed into requesting information. You're really you're coming across more confident. It's again, kind of inspiration or desperation. You don't ever want to appear desperate yourself. You want to inspire people to join you, right? And you will with your confidence. And when you say this in a way that, I'm going to do it either way. I'd rather do it with you. It'd be great. It'd be so fun, exciting. But if you don't, that's okay. I'm going to go. So that level of confidence is going to inspire people. So when after number 3, they say yes, then of course your next step is to send them a tool to look at, or show them a tool, as we say. So you can definitely talk and present it yourself, but like we like to train, I've always trained in network marketing, you want to share something that is duplicatable or duplicable, meaning what they see you do, they're going to be wondering, can they do that too? So if I just go ramble and answer their questions, they might be impressed, but they're not going to want to do that. If I just show them some pictures, I share with them a video, I share them a PDF, either in person, like I have this one with me, or I have this one, add a link. I have a link to this PDF. They can view it online if it's an online conversation. So sending them a tool simply needs to answer the questions that they're asking in their head. What do I need to do? Can I do it? And will it be worth it? Okay, so that can be, again, a video, a presentation, a 3-way call. There's so many tools in our profession to use. Okay, and then so asking the question, I think some people can be scared to that. I remember one time working with a team member who was talking with somebody who had an interest in our products, and she was screenshotting the message and sent it to me. And she asked, what did I say next? What did I say next? And she'd gotten to the point where, to me, having experience, it showed, I think she's ready. You just need to ask her, do you want chocolate or vanilla? And when I told her to ask that, she was like, oh, I don't know if I'm not ready. Just try it and see. And in fact, she asked that question. The girl answered, I'm going to go with chocolate. She was ready to go. So then we helped that person get signed up. So don't be afraid to ask the question, and because you're just asking the question. And if it's a no, it's a no. But if you don't ask, you'll never know, right? And if you don't ask, you won't receive. So that's part of the fun of this business too. So one more script he gave that I want to share with you is the apology pitch. So this is a way to circle back to someone who maybe, if you've been doing this for a while, or even if it's been a few weeks, we grow really fast, we learn fast, but it's someone who you may have pitched early on in your career, and then you look back on it and maybe you gave too much information right away, or there's just something about it that makes you a little cringy. So you just go back and say, here's a script. Hi, name. I was just looking through the message that I sent you X number of weeks ago, months ago, years ago. And to be honest, I cringed. I was such an amateur when I invited you to check out my business or my products. Since then, I have learned skills to be a true professional, and I just want to apologize. And you can finish it there, or you can add the question, do you forgive me? And what is interesting, I think, is typically people aren't bothered. A lot of times in our minds, we think, oh my gosh, that person hates me because I sent this message. when in reality they weren't that bothered by it. They don't really think much of it, but we're carrying it. So in the very least, this is a way to create more peace of mind in ourselves. But at best, this is going to open up a conversation, perhaps some positive feedback, and potentially even a new customer or team member for us. It's a great way to open up that conversation. Okay. And the dare for today was to ask 10 people these scripts, to ask 10 people if they'd be open to make a change in their lives. No worries if not, just thought I'd ask. So that whole script, do that with 10 people. And like any challenge we always get, if 10 comes easy for you, you don't have to stop at 10. 10 is just the minimum challenge. That's our assignment for today. So hope this was helpful. I would love to know how this is going for you. If you're finding value, subscribe and share. We have 90 days together. Would love to hear your wins and celebrate what you're learning, and stay plugged in. It's going to be a fun ride.